Hey everybody, here I am, another episode of just Trenny solo reviews. C has been doing solo reviews as well. We've been putting them out on Mondays. As hopefully you guys know by now, this isn't like Trenny and C breaking up or something like that. We're just wanting to give you an extra whiskey review per week, and we realize that we're not doing that many scotches. As many as we probably should be, considering there's a large market of Scotch enthusiasts out there. So that's kind of going to be my thing, because that's kind of how I started into getting into whiskey, was getting into the world of Scotch, where C was really getting into bourbons, and he kind of started there. So we're kind of going back to our roots. Anyway, today we have a spectacular whiskey. We have Bunnahabhain 12-year-old. This is one of the best 12-year-old single malts out there. This is from Islay. I'll just show you what the bottle looks like. Really nice. Really, I like that it's dark, but you can actually still see through it. So this guy is a 12-year-old whiskey from Islay, where most of the major peated whiskeys come from. This one, however, is not peated, which is kind of unique in its own kind of way because of that. I'm just going to pour myself some while I'm sitting here talking, so I have a chance to open up a bit. Because even though it's been confined to a bottle and it has been opened, it still needs a chance to get a little bit, you know, get the oxidization a little bit on the nose. And of course, put my Trenny and C challenge coin on top to seal in that nose. It's nice. Back and forth, back and forth. You can kind of experiment. I'm actually going to leave it off for a little bit here. Anyway, so this is Bunnahabhain 12-year-old from Islay, non-chill filtered, natural color, bottled at 46.3%, relatively well priced, especially for an age statement. That it really checks pretty much all the boxes, because you can still get this for under $100 around here, which is, you know, nowadays for a single malt, that's, as much as that is a lot of money, it's still relatively reasonable compared to some of these whiskeys out there. Okay, natural color. Look at the color on this guy. That is beautiful. It's kind of like a copper, shiny penny kind of a color to it, a little bit red. There's some definite like sherry cask influence in there. Yeah, right away. That's one of the things you notice when you first notice this, because you're expecting it to have a big blast of peat like a lot of these Islay whiskeys have. But no, there's some nice, well-rounded oaky sherry notes on there. It's quite nutty. It's like roasted nuts. Roasted walnuts kind of a thing. Dried fruit. Brown sugar. Oh man, it almost has like a briny salt to it as well, because it's on the island. Really nice. I'm going to let this open up a little bit. So, this distillery was founded in 1883. It was, however, it started sort of about 4 years earlier on different grounds, and they had the stills ready to go, but they really started making Bunnahabhain in 1883. 1963, move ahead after all those years, and the project obviously expanded significantly over the years, and they bought a new pair of stills, so to put a larger output of whiskey. Move ahead even further, 1979, and that's when this guy came out. Bunnahabhain 12, kind of the mainstay, the main benchmark whiskey in their range, came out in 1979. But it didn't take till 2010, where we come in as the consumer. We made our voices heard, because in 2010, that's when they non-chill filtered, natural color, 46.3%. That's when they started to actually produce this more like a craft style spirit and what the people were wanting. And now it being 2019, That's been enough time for a lot of distilleries to start stepping up and noticing. Okay, again, back to the nose. It's opened up a little bit more. Oh yeah, you can smell the oak influence on the spirit, but it's nice and sweet and rich and dense. A little bit salty. There's some toffee to it. There's underlying cereal kind of notes. It's really nice. Okay, let's get to the flavor here. Again, it's a little bit higher proof, so that's a really nice thing. Oh, wow. This won one of our whiskeys of the year this year for 2018. I think it was our second place runner-up for both C and I. So good, so rich, so dense. Really dark, like dark fruits on the flavor. The toasted nuts are all there. There is that salty brine that kind of trickles down the back of the palate. Yeah, really, really good. There's brown sugars in there. There's slightly floral notes. A little bit molasses-like. You can chew this one. It's got a lot of weight to it. So on the viscosity level, it's heavy in the mouth, but on the finish, it's like a creamy drying. It dries out with a little bit of cream to it. It's really, really good. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for scoring these up, but I would say, you know, if we're giving these a score out of 100, this is definitely in the 90 range, somewhere in there. And as this bottle goes down, it seems to be getting better. We first opened this up on camera, both of us trying it for, I think, basically the first time ever. And it took us kind of by surprise, because sometimes scotches, after a while, all start to have that malty cereal note to it. And they're all different, of course. However, you kind of, sometimes things aren't taking you by surprise anymore. And we were both pleasantly surprised with this one. So I would highly suggest go out there, get yourself a bottle of Bunnahabhain 12. I've heard that the others in the range are really, really delicious. So I'm sure you probably can't go wrong, especially when they're presented to us in a natural form, natural color, natural filtered, age statement, all really, really good things. And it just, like, for that, like, look at the color on this. This is a really nice color to this one. That's pretty much all I have to say. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I really like this one. So, cheers, you guys. Hope you join me again. Click like, subscribe, and we will see you soon.
Trenny and C, drinking whiskey, describing all the flavors for you and me. Irish, Scotch, bourbon, and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why. Subscribe on YouTube.